Hello gamers and welcome to another WARNO video on my channel. Today we're going to take a look at the second new division from the NEY update. It's the 39th Gds division. Obviously Soviet, Warsaw Pact. Logistics activation points are not that great. Infantry activation points are superb though. Artillery points are okay-ish. Tank points very decent. Recon points okay. AA points very decent. Helicopter points are superb. So this is a go-to helicopter division, I'd say. And air okay-ish. Let's see, with regard to new units, they all have the same sign. It says 79. I'm not sure if it's a bug or if they're kind of like a subdivision or something, which is possible. Everything is obviously early access, and there's our first new unit, the BTR 60 PBK command vehicle. It's got a heavy machine gun and a machine gun. So if you compare it to this BMP, it lacks obviously the tank gun and the ground-to-ground missiles. But the question always is, do you want to shoot and reveal your position or not? And a heavy machine gun, if you're approached by infantry, can be actually quite helpful, I'd say, and it's slightly cheaper. Availability 3 double vetted, or on veteran level, which is the same. So it's a cheaper, slightly less capable version that could be sufficient. Infantry tab. All these units are not new, as you can see. But there's one new unit, and it's a German unit. It's a UAZ 469 SPG 9. And the UAZ is still producing vehicles. I really like the Buchanka, their bus for camping and stuff. I'd love to, drive one once. Currently I use a different vehicle for camping, which is also fantastic, with a rooftop tent. But this is a tank gun with 15 penetration, so it's really fast. 108 kilometers road speed, 63 kilometers speed, and with 15 penetration you can side shot pretty much everything. Artillery. There's one new unit in the artillery tab, and this is this magnificent Rock Artillery BM27 Eurogun, 50 kilometers range, which is by far the longest range you can get here. And I'm not sure if there might be new vehicles that are added to both divisions. The previously released division and this division, I wouldn't identify it right now. So, but this Eurogun is unique to this division. Some vehicles and planes have new loadouts, for example, as well. So good high explosives, good suppression. Tank tab, you get the Konkurs, the Sturm is new, MTLB Sturm S with 20 penetration ground-to-ground missiles and a really good range, so you can kill tanks from a distance, because lots of tanks don't necessarily have that range. Let's see, for example, this, it outranges this tank, for example. Or it outranges all of these tanks, to be honest. I'm not quite sure now with the allied tanks, but really nice, and in particular cheap, 60 points. Anti-tank unit. Here we do get the Rosetka. They're really good in Steel Division as well. Cool dudes here. And there's a new German unit here as well, the Grenzer, which is kind of like means like border troops. So it's like the Bundesgrenzschutz kind of. And they've got an anti-tank rockets with 23 penetration, only 705 meter range, but pretty cool. They come in the lorry only. Costs 1 point only though. Very good optics and exceptional stealth. That's a very decent unit, I would say, for just 60 points. You get scouts with AT capabilities. And the other, well, they have AT capabilities as well, the Razvedka, but only 17 penetration and only 530 meters range. So this, I think, is a must pick. Let's head over to the AA tab. You get the Igla, you get the Strela, only in this division. This is also a really cool looking unit, and it is manually guided. That's like the optics here, I think. It's good against helicopters, it also shoots down aircraft. You get 4 infrared rockets, that's not that many. So prepare your supply trucks. For example, the Igla has 6 infrared rockets, and they are fire and forget. So I guess the accuracy here is 40%, and here it's 50 if the target is static, otherwise also 40. But here it's 40 for if it's static. Can shoot on the move. What else do we have? The Biayusa is a new unit. It's radar guided and looks like a beast. Range, it can shoot at ground targets, it can mow down helicopters and also shoot at aircraft. 23mm guns. Doesn't specify how many, but this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 for sure. Not sure what this is supposed to be. Maybe that's the radar guide, some sort of guidance system or something. Availability is good. It's also a very cheap unit, but can obviously be targeted by those anti-radar planes. I'm not quite sure if the cube is new. It might be. Definitely nice rockets on it. 3 of them also radar guided. I think it's not new. Helicopters. You get the MIB 8MT Rocket 3. So you get 3 basically kind of pods of air-to-ground rockets. And they are also against tanks, high explosive, anti-tank and anti-infantry or soft targets. The price is only 110 points, so this is actually quite good. Let me quickly jump back to Recon. You also get a Recon helicopter, which is good. It's unarmed though. So you need to rely on your Grenzer maybe to properly scout. This one ain't new. It's got less rockets. It's also slightly cheaper. Yeah, so this is like an improved version. Got the same name here. So just the loadout is kind of different. As you can see, this one got the additional pod. And they also look slightly different, right? It actually looks as if there was an MG inside as well. Well, several MGs. But it doesn't specify here. It's all early access and subject to change, obviously. Now this is an ME-24V. Reminds me of Rambo. Awesome looking helicopter with ground-to-ground and air-to-ground missiles. Well, this should be air-to-ground as well, I guess. Manually guided. Decent range. The Gatling can shoot at ground targets and helicopters, which is good. Fantastic unit for just 105 points. It does have AT capabilities as well, as you can see here. Availability, you have to bring it double-batted, only 1 So the availability ain't great. This one is not new, and this one ain't new either. Possibly new loadouts. This one is unique to this division. 360 points, you get 1 on veteran status. Ground-to-ground missiles with 22 penetration. Yeah, it's a Coco on M, the same, but you get 16 of these rockets. You get your autocannon and more air-to-ground rockets, HE and AT capable. Really good helicopter. Very nice choices, also some really cheap and really nice choices. Like this, super cheap. This one also cheap-ish, but is the availability different? This would be 1 on veteran, this would be 1 on veteran. Yeah, the availability of all these helicopters ain't perfect, but still. And there's a GDR plane. How cool is that? The Su-22M4. It does have air-to-air missiles. I prefer it when the planes also have air-to-air missiles and can fulfill that role. Unguided bombs, 4 of them, 500 kg. That ain't bad. Accuracy against helicopters. Well, they would shoot from motion when moving. So 40%, and here it's 50 if it's static, but it will never be static. ECM is not great. It's only 135 points. And this is pre-existing stuff, and then there's a GDR MiG from the Nationale Volksarmee. It does have air-to-air missiles and more air-to-air missiles, so that with that you take down your enemy planes. It's got 7 kilometers range. 2 of these missiles, so yeah, really good plane in the air-to-air role, AA role. This is your AA alternative. It's got some, yeah, what's the advantage here? It's a different type of MiG. It's got better ECM. It's not as agile though. Availability is 2, and for the GDR plane it's also 2. Price difference is quite steep, so if you just want to fire off those rockets, I think you can easily go for the MiG-23MF. And just because of the 10% points better ECM, I'm not sure if the MiG-23 MLA is a viable choice. Everything's subject for, you know, that many points more. Everything is obviously still subject to change and stuff. Yeah, and that's it. These are the units unique to 39th Gds Shrakowi. My unit of the deck is this really cool this really cool anti-tank UAZ. Yeah, it's a really nice variant, super cool. I will use that for a screenshot as well for the YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.